In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi, it's Elise from E's Dog World. Dog World. Yeah. Hi. It's me again. I'm here. I'm here. Yeah. I'm here with you here at this very moment, at this very time. 2019. Doing the book, Really Important Stuff My Dog Has Taught Me by Cynthia L. Copeland. I am a dog enthusiast. The new movement, growth, all these things. And I say all that to say this, that I woke up before I could even go to sleep. That makes any sense. And as you can see, I'm like ready for bed. I'm in my bed. I got the kinky curly look going on, pajamas on. I'm ready for bed. But I had this realization, like, we feel the same way around certain times of the year, I guess, each year. To better explain that, in my case, my son leaves for Florida every year since I've moved here to Georgia. So last year, was great. Went to Florida for the summer, came back. This year, went to Florida for the summer, and he's going to come back any day now in a couple days. So, of course, as being a mother, you miss him, yada, yada. So, in having like that antsy feeling, like, okay, he's going to be here soon. What do I do up until then? Even though I've been fine all summer. What always is like that one go-to, like, to really like remember my purpose and all these things besides me being a mom and me, first and foremost, giving all glory, honor, thanks, and praise to God for everything, even for this moment to even have this realization. But when it comes to my Ease Dog World thing, it's like that always like gives me encouragement. Like, so I was like talking to one of my friends on the phone, and I was like, let's watch my episodes on YouTube. You can always tell a true friend when they're like, yeah, let's do that. Or if they're like, nah, I don't want to watch your channel on YouTube. I don't want to talk about your dreams. And then vice versa, it sucks when you call yourself a friend to someone, but you can care less about any of their hopes and dreams and their aspirations. So we were watching the episodes, and it was so cool. And every time I watch the episodes, it's like, wow, I said that. Oh my gosh, that happened. But in the last couple episodes, it was literally in the very moment that I'm in right now, which is like the couple days before Sean gets home. And so the last time I did one was literally like a year ago. And then the time before that was a year ago. So talking back about patterns, this is a pattern that I'm showing. Am I only doing these blogs when I get into these moments of like, well, I don't have nothing else to do? Because really, if I've already made the conclusion and agreed that I was going to do this blog, and through this blog and using this book, it's going to help me have an organized blog, as well as the material and the content is like the best like material ever in like really conveying like what Ease Dog World even is. People knows what dogs are, but like, what is Ease Dog World? It means so much things. So this was like a way to help really organize that. I should have been done with that, is what I'm saying. I should be done with this blog. So through this episode, it's just me really understanding like our patterns can either help us or hurt us or prolong us from what our end goal is, whatever our end goal is. So through this realization, and if you look at my other episodes, you will see that I'm saying the same things, and a lot has changed, but not as much could have changed because of my patterns. So that was just a mental note for me that I'm sharing with you, and you probably can like sprout out into your own patterns that you're like, now that you brought that up, I noticed that I have some patterns too that they're so enriching and enlightening, but they never go as far as they can go because they're just a pattern that is always like, this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I'm gonna do. And it's great, but we don't really do it. So we always gotta figure out why that is and just constantly push ourselves. So with that being said, I'm gonna push myself, even though this is so much fun. So it shouldn't be something that I have to push myself to do. But it just shows that there is some always work that needs to be done. as far as consistency goes. So we're just gonna go ahead with it and go to our chapter. I remember where I left off at least. And yeah, this is interesting. It says a well spent day brings a happy sleep by Leonardo da Vinci. So Leonardo da Vinci wrote this quote, and next to this quote there is a cute little boy. He's laying on his big mixture of a dog. That dog actually has a name for that type of breed, and I can't remember it right now. But it's a really cool, like, exquisitely, like, hybrid dog. Almost. Like, it's, like, huge. They're different. And, he's knocked out on the grass. Let's just take that one moment. Like, when was the last time you slept on some grass? Like, dogs do it all the time, but when you actually, like, laid out on the grass, like, probably never since you were a kid, but, like, even to be knocked out like this with the security of, like, an eyes and an ears, like, that dog can hear, like, the next footstep coming. So it's like you can legit have, like, a really good comfortable sleep, like, in this position right here. Like, that's like a dream come true right there. Especially some, like, nice clean, like, that's some nice clean green grass. That is so comforting, especially to those who are, like, nature freaks like me. This is probably something that I want to do in the near future because it looks amazing. But when it comes to a well spent day brings happy sleep, let's decode that. Let's go in. Let's dive into that. Okay, so I had a great sleep last night. It was awesome. Oh my gosh, best sleep ever. I slept like a baby. Usually when we say that is because what happened prior to that was so great. Either we, came back from Disney, we had a great day, we exercised, we completed our whole to-do list, or we had a really fun party the night before and there's so much laughs and so much memories that it's like, oh my gosh, girl, remember when that happened last night and you fell in your heels, girl? It was so funny. And then you, like, knock out and you wake up, like, on that same, like, page and you just carry that over. So imagine, like, having days like that all the time, sleeping on that note every night, and then waking up on that same page every day and just going like that. That sounds like a dream come true. It actually sounds like harder than it is. It sounds harder than it sounds. It is harder than it sounds if your mind is like what they say, you can either look at the glass half empty or you can look at the glass half full. Meaning, not every day is going to be a good day, so there's no way to just keep that days going where the night is awesome and you wake up on that same, like, vibe. No, if you look at the glass half empty, then yeah. But if we can always go through that day looking at it half full as a day well spent, first of all, initiating our days to be well spent. Now, yes, there's going to be obstacles and hurdles and unexpected things, but if we already wake up from the night before with a great sleep, whether or not we know if that day is going to be great or not, but if we already set our heart on the great vibes that we went to sleep on in the night that we had before and all these things, it doesn't matter what obstacles happen because we're such, like, in a thankful vibe and a thankful flow that we've cultivated for ourselves. That is a choice. That's a choice. Well, how can I cultivate that for myself? What do you mean by that? You cultivate your surroundings. This guy is on grass, okay? Ideally, not everyone wants to lay on grass. For him, that was a comfortable situation. It was peaceful. I'm sure it was like all you heard was birds chirping in the background. It was like an amazing enough, like, environment for him to just knock out. Plus, he was probably ran himself ragged knowing how children are. So, is our environment a healthy environment? Can we change the environment that we're in? if we can change the environment that we're in, then by all means we need to be changing it. But let's say it's an environment we can't change, that is causing us to not have good sleeps, that are causing us to not have good days, and then that's our patterns, and then we're just going along with that lifestyle, and we just aren't as happy and vibrant as we can be because we're not getting any sleep. It's just like a circle that always, it's the same thing in a big circle. So if we have ability to change our surroundings, that causes us to have a good day, that causes us to always be positive, to have a good enough sleep, and to always have a thankful mindset first and foremost, then this year that's what we need to be doing. Today that's what we need to be doing. And then let's say our situation isn't so easy to just get up and move or get up and make our surroundings better. Our plan and our happiness needs to come from the plan initiated in making that happen. It's so crazy that when you get into your own mind, into your own serenity field of what you're going to do, even though you're in a sucky situation. So people are like looking at your sucky situation, but you have a smile on your face. Plus, you go to sleep to those thoughts that even though your surroundings suck, just the future dreams of tomorrow, the future dreams of, like, if I just save those 3 last paychecks, I've already saved 6. If I save 3, or even if I can work harder to even save 4, that makes 10 paychecks, and that will probably be exactly how much I need to relocate, change sceneries, buy a car that will cause me to be able to, you know, tap into the next endeavor or whatever the goals are. I'm speaking from a place of where I actually did that. And it almost brings tears to my eyes because I remember those moments sleeping, even though my situation around me sucked. I was able to be happy and have a great sleep and wake up happy because of the plans that I was making for the future and how I was going to do that. So it's like when we really take control of our own mind and understand, since we want to always stay focused on the page, how important sleep is for us. Like, if we have time to sleep, that's what we need to be doing. So whatever we feed ourselves right before we go to sleep is what we're going to sleep on. Like, give me something good to sleep on. Yeah, you got to give yourself something good to sleep on. Something positive, something, you know, thankful. Always, like, first and foremost, finding more things to be thankful for. I'm reading a book, and within the book, he was talking praise, right? And in his prayer, he was asking God not for more stuff, but just to be worthy of the stuff he already has. And that just spoke so much to me. Like,